Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1997 release by Playmates from their Star Trek 30th anniversary series of action figures. And this particular one we're looking at relates to the Mugatu, which was seen in the original TV series in an episode called A Private Little War. And this is the card that the figure comes on. Okay, so the top of the card, it's got warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years. And on the top right hand corner it says ages 4 and up. It says you've got the Star Trek logo, and it says exclusive Skybox Playmates Collector Card, and you've got from the episode A Private Little War, and it says the Mugatu from the hit TV show Star Trek. Planetary Survey Collectables included, which is the Flintlock, Mako Root, something People's Drum, Type 2 Phaser, and the bonus Alien Action Base. It's Hill People's Drum, and it's got assortment number 6430, stock number 16042, and the bottom left hand corner you have the Playmates logo. Okay, before we zoom in and have a good look at the figure, let's turn the card around and see what we've got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around, and this is what we've got printed on the back. So it says ages 4 and up Star Trek, exclusive Skybox Playmates Collector Card included. And it says boldly go where no one has gone before, collect the entire galaxy of Star Trek characters. And you've got from Star Trek the original series, you've got Dr. McCoy in dress uniform, Harry Mudd, Captain James Kirk in an environmental suit. You've got the Gorn Captain and the Mugatu, which is obviously what this one is. From Star Trek Next Generation, you've got Professor Data, and you've also got Dr. Beverly Crusher from Star Trek Generations. And then from Deep Space Nine, you've got Captain Benjamin Sisko and Captain Kern. And from Star Trek Voyager, you've got Seska as a Cardassian and Tom Paris mutated. Now, it gives you the Planetary Survey Collectables, which comes with this particular item. So you've got the Mako Root. It's a plant used by, let's just move that forward because it's very small writing. It says plant used by Cathro of Two Woman to counter Mugatu poison. So Hill People's Drum, musical instrument used in Kern at 2 healing ritual. You got the Flintlock, Type 2 Phaser. Flintlock says primitive musket given to the villagers by the Klingons. Type 2 Phaser, personal issue defense armament. And you've got the Alien Action Base. The Mugatu stands ready to attack Captain Kirk. And at the bottom here, it reads, in Stardate 4211.4, the USS Enterprise, under the command of Captain James T. Kirk, returned to a primitive world Kirk had surveyed 13 years before. Although its people were once peaceful and passive, the landing party found that the villagers had been armed with flintlock muskets by the Klingons, which they used to hunt the Hill people. While on the planet, Kirk was twice attacked by an ingenious ape-like carnivorous called a Mugatu. The creature rarely stays in one place and often travels at night. Its mate often can be found nearby. Kirk was bitten by the first Mugatu, which had poisonous fangs. A local Khan At-Tu woman named Noma used a native herb called a Mako Root to counter the poison. The Mugatu's mate later attacked Kirk and Nemu. The captain was forced to destroy it with his phaser to save their lives. And over here you've got all the copyright information, Playmates logos, and the Star Trek logo, so on. So that is the back of the card. So what I'd like to do now is turn the card back round and have a good look at the figure itself. Okay, so I've zoomed right in on the figure itself, and there you can see the Mugatu. And now if I go closer into the facial, you can see the sculpture on the face is excellent compared to the on the left hand side. You've got the collector card with a close-up image of the Mugatu's face, but I think it's superb modelling, especially when you consider this in 1997, so we're talking 27 years ago. So they've done a very, very good job back in the day. These figures, I think, were the best that Playmates produced. This particular line of the 5-inch or 4 3/4 inch figures, they were superb. The only downside on these figures, there wasn't an awful amount of articulation. So you've got the head, the arms and the legs. That was as much as the articulation went. No elbows, no knees, no waist, and no hands and feet. So the articulation was not so great, but overall the figures were amazing, and this figure is no exception. I think it's superb. They've got him right down to a fine art. You know, it looks incredibly like the one in the picture to the left, and just underneath you can see some of the accessories that come with the figure. Now, like I say, the figure stands just under 5 inches tall. It's about 4 3/4 inches, maybe just a little bit more because he's got the horn on his head. So the articulation is not great, but other than that, it's a terrific figure. This one was one of my favorites. Now, back in the day when these were released, these figures were fly off the shelf. Star Trek was a big thing in the 90s because of the Next Generation was on screen, and then followed by Deep Space Nine and Voyager. So there was a lot of Star Trek going on. There was also the movies, which was coming out, which was Generations, and then obviously First Contact and so on. So the Star Trek was a big thing in the world of television and film. So these figures were highly sought after. As soon as they were released on the shelves of the shops, they were sold out in no time at all. And this particular figure was no different. They were, I remember with the shop that we had back in the 90s, as soon as these figures came in from Bandai, they were put on a shelf, and within the weekend, they were sold out. So that's how popular they were back in the day. Now, nearly 30 years on, they are still highly popular, but for different reasons. They're obviously very collectible now, and you've got a lot of people trying to buy them in this particular condition, which is mint, unused, still factory sealed, which are quite difficult to find in this condition. You can pick up a lot of these figures loose if you just want a loose figure to put on display, but you won't get everything like you get here on a mint card. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.